Pornography doesn't care who you are. Doesn't care if you're a pastor, a husband, a father. Flesh can never be satisfied, and that's one thing that you have to hear today as we walk through this. This can happen to anybody at any time, at any place. At some point, all of us are addicted to some level of pornography or sexual sin. Something's there because that's the way we made, especially when it comes down to men. So I want to say this one more time to let everybody know what we're about to do, because I see some young kids in here, and I want to tell you right now, this is not for young kids. So parents, I'm giving you a warning. If you need to go to the foyer with your children, then you go there. But this is not for young children in here. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about pornography. We're going to talk about what it does to us, how to get rid of it, what we need to do. That's what's going to happen. So if you need to take your children out into the foyer, now's the time to go. Just giving you a shot here. But if you have teenagers in here, they need to be here. So if I had a teenager, and one day I'm going to, and I'm going to ask for your help to help me raise my teenager, they need to hear what I'm going to say today about this problem that we have. Some of you are addicted to pornography right now. We know that. We understand that. It's not just a man problem, it's a woman problem too. 1 in 3 women, 33% of women, regularly visit porn sites monthly. It's just not about men. 75% of men visit porn sites weekly. 47% of Christians said that they visit porn sites on a monthly basis. 47% of Christians say that. So it's not about just being strong. It's about being smart, and we'll talk about that as we go through. So you understand that this is a problem in America. There's $40 million made on the internet alone from porn websites. $5 billion are made on sex clubs. Sex clubs, sex pornography, those places that sell that outnumber McDonald's 3-to-1. There's 3 industries in America that make money besides gas. Okay? It's drugs, it's gambling, and it's pornography. 40 million on the internet. $10 billion and growing every day. Because more and more people are finding out about pornography and finding out about where these things are. They're easy to get to because they're on the websites. One of the things that you have to realize is that men have an easier time with this than women because we are visually stimulated. And ladies, let me say this for all the men's sake. You don't have a clue how visually stimulated we are. For me to even bring up this thought in this flesh, when we're talking about pornography, it's got our blood moving. Because that is what we are. That is how God made us. We're visually stimulated, and so men are going to be more likely to be addicted to pornography than women. Women, you know what women like? Women like chat rooms, cyber sex stuff, where they can talk. You ever seen a beautiful woman with this guy, how did they get together? You ever thought about it? It's because he can talk. They like that. They want to talk. And so here's the thing with pornography. It's very addictive. So all you have to do is visit one time. You got to have more because your flesh wants more. Did you know that? There's never an end to this. It's not just about drugs and alcohol. It never ends. I got to have more. 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 It's like going to a theme park in Disney World. If you go there every day, you'll get tired of it. You'll need something else to thrill you because your flesh get used to things. Your flesh gets used to things, and it wants more of it. And there is never an end. You can never satisfy this sexual thing that we have in us. God found a way, and it's not on a porn site. And so we understand that this is something we're going to have to deal with. Let me get this up front. It's not going to go away with a prayer. It's not going to go away because I read my Bible. You will have to live with it. Does everybody get me? Guys, listen to me. You will have to live with it. There are ways to do it. One of the things the Bible talked about, we'll read in just a minute, was to run from it. But we will figure out a way. Ladies, you will have to run from it also. You need to be paying attention as we walk through this. I've been often asked this question. Is it all right to bring pornography in the bedroom if you're a married couple? Well, there's a thought, isn't it? Told you it was going to be a little heavy today. Well, there's your thought. What do you think? It's crazy. The divorce rate is higher. Sexual addiction that takes place there. Adultery is higher. I mean, intimacy in the bedroom is lost because pornography, listen up, it gives you the illusion of intimacy. Intimacy can only be found between a man and a woman in marriage, in the context of marriage. Intimacy outside, there's no intimacy outside of marriage. And so when you watch people doing what they do on those sites, that's not love, that's just sex. And we'll talk about that. But we all have a little problem with this. We all have, it's there, it's our wild side. We're born wild. That's why you like it. That's why you want everything that's bad for you. That's why you don't want to listen to mom and daddy. You want to run because you're wild. And part of the wild side is sex. And especially for men. What I have done for the men, ladies, in this room, I have created thought patterns that they already have. They're dancing, little fairies are dancing around in their head right now, and they don't have much clothes on. Do you understand? That's where they are. They're naked fairies running around their head this morning. And because that is part of the wild side, and you have to realize that. And I say this a lot, but ladies, you cannot have a conversation if you're half naked, tight blue jeans, and showing your belly button. Don't expect it in a conversation. Okay, men are just not going to, it ain't going to work. I'm just telling you, because we're so visual. You need to understand that, and we'll talk more about that as we get in this. But we have to realize that we have a problem. It's a flesh issue. Satan does one thing, and I want you to get this. It's really interesting. I don't have to get you to pay attention when I talk about this stuff. You're like, tell me more. Bring it on. I'm going to bring it on. I'm coming to you. Let me tell you what Satan's going to do to you, okay? He wants to kill you. Any questions? You have an enemy who's trying to kill you. He's going to use everything he can to destroy you. Steal, kill, and destroy. He's going to steal your life, your years, your moments. He's going to steal them. Through addiction, he's going to try to kill you. He's going to try to destroy you through things like internet pornography, Playboy, anything he can. He's going to disrupt your family, disrupt your marriage. He's going to get your kids. Listen up. How many have kids between the age of 6 and 16? Do you know, listen up, you ready? 90% of exposure is between the age of 6 and 16 to pornography. 90%. And you know where they get it? Doing homework on the internet. So I suggest you pay attention where they're doing homework. You have to realize that. The average age is 11 years old when they're exposed. So dads, guys, you got your stash in the house and you think nobody knows where it is. They know. You're not the only one looking at Playboy. Does that scare you? Because you're doing some things to your kids, and we're going to talk about that, but you're doing some things to your kids. They're not ready for adult stuff. Let me ask you this. Do you think you're ready? Because here's what happens. We have these flesh ratings on movies. We have G, we have PG, we have R, and then we got X, and then when you get to a certain age, well, I'm 17 today, and I can't handle it, but tomorrow I'm 18, I can handle it. Or 21. Let me tell you what I know. I don't care how old you are. You can never handle the flesh. Pornography will eat you up. You cannot have enough. It will destroy your marriage. It will destroy your kids. It will destroy your life. You saw the video. It will run you in the ground and will try to kill you. And your kids are the most vulnerable in all of this.